How am I going to do this? Yeah, oh. You lucky headlock. So instead of side break, it's just okay. American Finkel. I want to do him one.
Setting up right now, Sweeney. Don't worry.
What are you going to talk about?
A bunch of stuff I have planned to talk about. Like I have a lot of topics to go through, like the WWE releases, Jimmy Snuka, Howard Finkel, the weekly show reviews.
What happened with Jimmy Snuka? The Dark Side of the Ring video?
What?
Are you talking about the Dark Side of the Ring Jimmy Snuka video?
Yeah. All right. We're set up.
Well, you do the talk. I don't know anything.
I'll just ask you for your opinions on stuff, all right? All right. So we're going to start off with the weekly show reviews, where we have 5 shows that I watched this week. So we're going to start off with Raw, as we had a recap of McIntyre Lesnar and a recap of McIntyre Big Show. Then Drew McIntyre's promo was interrupted by Andrade and Zelina Vega. And Andrade actually spoke words, Sweeney. Yeah, Sweeney's with us this time.
He spoke words? Oh my god, good for him. Speaking English now.
Yeah, then Asuka beat Ruby Riott in a match I gave 2.25 stars. It was all right. Then Asuka had an interview where I couldn't understand the fires for Raw. So we have Austin Theory, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio versus I forgot who Rey Mysterio was announced against, and Apollo Crews versus MVP next week. Then Aleister Black beat Oney Lorcan in a 2-star match, and Aleister Black had an interview. And then we had a recap of Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Then Becky Lynch cut a promo. And we had a Money in the Bank qualifier match between Shayna Baszler defeating Sarah Logan via confusion. Now, here's why I say confusion. Now, it was announced as a unable to finish the match, right? However, the announcer originally announced Sarah Logan as the winner. It was a mistake on his part, but he announced Sarah Logan as the winner, so I was confused. And then I heard that they reversed the decision. It was the announcer did make a mistake. Shayna Baszler's going to Money in the Bank. which made a lot more sense. I gave it 0 stars because it wasn't really that long. It was just like a few seconds. Austin Theory defeated Akira Tozawa. I gave it 2 stars. Then we had a 3-on-1 assault with Angel Garza, Andrade, and Austin Theory assaulting Akira Tozawa. Then Rey Mysterio had an interview. Then Angel Garza defeated Tahuti Miles. I gave it 1 star. And then we had a 3-on-1 assault on Tahuti Miles. Then the Kabuki Warriors had an interview. Then Drew McIntyre had an interview. Then Nia Jax, Kairi Sane, a Money in the Bank qualifying match. 0.25 stars. It was just a squash match. Charlotte Flair cut a promo. Bobby Lashley beat No Way Jose in a match I gave 0.25 stars. The Viking Raiders defeated Cedric Alexander, Ricochet in a match I gave 2 stars. The Street Profits and Bianca Belair had an interview, and Drew McIntyre beat Andrade in a match I gave 2.75 stars. After the match, Seth Rollins attacked Drew McIntyre. That was Raw. Then we get to Impact, where Johnny Swinger promised to brand someone named M. Jackson to Impact Wrestling. Now, it wasn't Mac Jackson, it was Mike Jackson, and he put on one hell of a performance. Johnny Swinger still won. I gave it 1.75 stars, but Mike Jackson was very impressive in that match. For a 70-year-old man, he was very impressive. Ace Austin cut a promo, but it was interrupted by Trey. Then Ken Shamrock, we saw Ken Shamrock going through a metal detector. Then we had a 4-way tag match. Winners get tag title matches. TJ Perkins and Falaba won against the Rascals, Triple XL, and Reno Scum. I gave it 2.5 stars. Then the North, the tag champs confronted TJP and Falaba. Then we had a cancel culture video package, and then RVD cut a promo. Hernandez defeated Rohit Raju in a match he gave 0.25 stars. Then we had a locker room talk with Johnny Swinger and Madison Rayne. And they introduced Kylie Ray to the stand. And then Kiera Hogan joined in. Then we had a QPW replay of Michael Elgin versus Eddie Edwards. 3 stars. I gave that match. Elgin won. Ace Austin defeated Trey in a match I gave 2.75 stars. Willie Mack then cut a promo. Then we saw the main event of the night was Tennille Dashwood defeating Taya Valkyrie, but then Taya Valkyrie attacked Tennille Dashwood after the match. You know who Tennille Dashwood is, right, Sweeney?
Maybe not.
It's Emma.
Oh. Yeah.
Then Jordynne Grace, the Impact Knockouts champion, saved Tennille Dashwood. And then broke a kendo stick over to have Valkyrie's manager's back. Then we had a Tommy Dreamer Rhino promo, and then Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan have their contract signing for next week. Bless you. Then NXT results. Finn Balor defeated Fabian in a match of 2.75 stars. I still can't pronounce his last name right. Sweeney, is Finn Balor still a heel or not?
I think he was like an anti-hero these days, I think. Right?
Because it's looking like it with his program with Walter.
Yeah, I think he's kind of an anti-hero, kind of. He's like a tweener, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
The crowd still loves him, and
Then we had a recap of Raquel Gonzalez, her destruction throughout the weeks. Then Charlotte Flair cut a promo. Then Xia Li defeated Aaliyah in a match he gave 1 star. Akira Tozawa defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott in the, I think it was the Group B of the Cruiserweight tournament to crown an interim Cruiserweight champion. I gave it 3 stars. It was a great match. El Hijo del Fantasma cut a promo, or had a video promo. El Hijo del Fantasma. He's on NXT now.
Who is?
El Hijo del Fantasma.
Who is that?
Oh my god. Then Tegan Knox beat Raquel Gonzalez in a match I gave 2 stars. Then
Sounds like a ripoff of El
No, he wears a mask. He's from Mexico. Then we had a Keith Lee bask in his glory, like half of whatever the documentary was. Then Dexter Lumis defeated Tahuti Miles in a match he gave 1 star. Dexter Lumis has his gimmick down, on point. He has a gimmick on point. Adam Cole cut a promo from home. Velveteen Dream cut a promo, but it was interrupted by Finn Balor, and it looks like it's going to be Finn Balor versus Velveteen Dream next week. Then we had an Indus Sher / Malcolm Bivens promo. Then we had Matt Riddle and a mystery partner taking on the Undisputed Era for the tag team titles because Pete Dunne couldn't show up because he was stuck in England, if you remember. Sweeney, who do you think Matt Riddle's tag partner was?
Oh,
It was Timothy Thatcher was Matt Riddle's tag partner.
no.
Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher picked up the win against the Undisputed Era. 3.5 stars. Then, but I also want to point out that Dexter Lumis was stalking the entire match. Then Tommaso Ciampa addressed Gargano, calling him the better man. Then Karrion Kross, a.k.a. Killer Kross, attached Ciampa from behind.
Yeah.
And then he just looked at Ciampa and went, tick-tock.
What?
No, that's his gimmick. He just says tick-tock because time's running out.
Oh.
Not the app. Then we had a Jake Roberts promo. And then we got Chris Jericho and Tony Schiavone on commentary. We had a Colt Cabana promo. Then Lance Archer beat Colt Cabana in a TNT Championship Tournament match. 2.25 stars I gave it. Then Britt Baker beat Cassandra Golden, 0.25 stars. Then we had the Bubbly Bunch. Then we had Sammy Guevara defeating Sudge D. I gave it 1 star. Sammy Guevara cut a promo, then went to attack Sudge after the match, but Darby Allin intervened. Then Kip Sabian defeated Chuck Taylor in a match he gave 3 stars. It was really good. But now it's confirmed next week, Orange Cassidy versus Jimmy Havoc. Sean Spears beat Justin Law. I gave it 0.75 stars. Then for the main event, we got Jim Ross on commentary. I also want to comment on Jon Moxley's shorts. What the fuck was that about? And then we get to the AEW World Title match. I'm sorry, I did not like this match.
Oh,
It was boring. Like,
you can't be a hater.
the beginning was great. The grappling was great. And then the ending spot where Moxley hit the paradigm shift on a chair was great. The rest of the match I felt like was just filler. Like, all right, let's just move around the arena and just fuck each other up. That's been done in every match. Then Jim Ross tries to change the rules midway and say it's false count anywhere. And then all of a sudden he's like, you can't pin on the outside. I'm like, what the fuck? Make up your damn mind. I gave it 2 stars. Moxley retained. Then we had a moment on SmackDown. A moment of bliss segment with Braun Strowman. But it was interrupted with a black sheep mask in a box. Obviously, it was from Bray Wyatt. Then Tamina beat Sasha Banks. In a match, I gave 0.75 stars. Then we had Jey Uso cut in a promo. Then Lacey Evans interview. Sheamus defeated Denzel DeJournette. 0.25 stars. Then Jeff Hardy. We had Jeff Hardy Chapter 2, which was The Fall. And now it's confirmed that Money in the Bank will be held at WWE headquarters. On the roof. Just make sure a strong gust of wind doesn't go by. Then Dana Brooke defeated Naomi in a match. He gave 1.5 stars. I did not expect Dana Brooke to beat Naomi, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. I was there. Your reaction was priceless.
Then we had a recap of the Otis Mandy story, where Sonya attempted to clear the air with Mandy, but instead insulted her, and then Dolph got involved. Then Sonya hit Mandy, then Otis came to save the day. Then we had a Miz promo, a Forgotten Sons closer look, and then during the Daniel Bryan Cesaro, we had the Hacker showed up and didn't reveal himself. I thought he'd reveal himself. Fuck. Yeah, there's always next week. And then we had a Money in the Bank qualifier match. Daniel Bryan defeated Cesaro in a 3-star match. It was a great technical wrestling. You'd expect that from two guys like Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, right, Sweeney?
Yeah.
Then Big E cut a promo. Then Elias was attacked by Corbin backstage. Then Big E did Miz and Jey Uso in a 2.75-star match for the New Day to become 8-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And that was all 5 shows this week. Now it's time for our weekly awards. Pop of the week goes to Mike Jackson from Impact. Heat of the week goes to Vince McMahon for WWE because of all the damn releases, sadly. Hernandez gets the Heat of the week. Dexter Lumis is Savage of the week. Noah Jose is Jobber of the week. Sonya Deville is Promo of the week. Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher versus Undisputed Era is Match of the week. Mike Jackson is Wrestler of the week. Big E gets the Bump of the week, and Cesaro gets the Sell of the week. All right, now on to our topics. First off, Howard Finkel passes away at age 69. Sweeney. Now, every year almost, there was a streak that went longer than Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, and that was Howard Finkel being out of WrestleMania. That was broken a few years ago, but it was still awesome to see Howard Finkel. And he is no longer with us. He was a great announcer, right, Sweeney?
Yeah.
Sad to see someone like him go. Next up, Black Demon, luchador wrestler, dies from COVID-19. Which sad to see wrestlers go, especially due to the whole catastrophe that's happening. Howard Finkel died of natural causes because he was 69 years old, and Black Demon just died because of the virus. You never want to hear about anyone dying. Now let's get to the mass releases, Sweeney. Okay, here we go. You ready? So, on Wednesday, WWE released so many talent. They released Eric Rowan, Primo, Epico, Sarah Logan, Kurt Angle, Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Heath Slater, Eric Young, EC3, Aiden English, Leo Rush, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, Zack Ryder, Noe Jose. And then they added to that with the rest of the staff with backstage. But these guys are most likely furloughed, meaning WWE might bring it back. We got Lance Storm, Shane Helms, Dave Finlay, Pat Buck, Scott Armstrong, Sarah Stock, Sean Daivari, Billy Kidman, referee Mike Chioda, Deanna Purrazzo, Rusev, Andrea Listenberg, Alexander Jasek, Jerry Soto, Josiah Williams, Dorian Mack, and MJ Jenkins. Mike Chioda has been with the WWE for about not only that, but yesterday, Sweeney, about 6 more were released. We got Tanara Conti, Dan Matha, Tino Sabatelli, Nick Ogurelli, Mars Wang, and Caesar Bonani. Now I'm going to tell you guys where I think everyone should go. Rowan should probably go to AEW because Harper's there. Reunite them. Primo and Epico should just retire because they're not relevant. Sarah Logan should be in the deathmatch wrestling scene. Kurt Angle is just retired. Drake Maverick should go to Impact. Kurt Hawkins should go to GTS Wrestling or the Indies. Anderson and Gallo should go to New Japan. Slater, Young, and EC3 should go to Impact. Aiden English and Leo Rush to AEW. Mike and Maria Kanellis, ROH.
Wait, I think Leo Rush should just retire this year because he was talking about it anyway.
Mike and Maria Kanellis should go to... All right, keep going.
Because my friend was telling me, I was at a party before I came here. My friend said, like, he did an interview just before he got released about, like, retirement and stuff. So he was planning to do it.
Yeah, because he has his music going.
Yeah.
Also, Mike and Maria Kanellis should go to ROH. Zack Ryder should go with Kurt Hawkins to GTS Wrestling or the Indies, and Noah Jose should just be on the Indies. Then we get to the other guys. Mike Chioda should go to AEW because of his tenure in WWE. Don Peraza should go to AEW. Rusev should go to New Japan. Andrea Listenberg was the writer of the WWE, but I think she's just furloughed for now. Tanara Constantine should just go to Stardom, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you think about the mass releases from the past few days, Sweeney?
It makes sense that they have to do it. It's unfortunate, but like COVID, they don't have enough money to fund it. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it makes sense. You have to release people because you don't want them to be, like, making the money. And my opinion on Leo Rush, I told my friends this, Leo Rush has good music, so I think Leo will be fine.
Is his music any good?
I don't know, but he has it.
Because I haven't heard any of his songs. Next news, WWE 2K21 is canceled. Yes, we don't have to worry about a glitch fest.
Actually, though, you know what? Hang on, before we go back to Leo Rush, you know what wrestler has really good music though?
What?
You know what wrestler has really good music?
Who?
Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
He made good music, man. Anyway, back to the 2K21 canceled. Yeah, 2K20 is a.
It's a glitch fest. I still played yesterday and it was a glitch fest. I played against you, didn't I? And
Yeah,
we split screened. We were having a great match and we split screened.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, when this is over, I'm gonna get back on it though, if I want. But yeah, it's a glitch fest. But what'd you expect, man? What'd you expect? Oh my god.
Yeah, because Ukes left and 2K were left without anyone to polish the game. And 2K still decided to release more DLC, which I'm not buying because I don't play 2K that much.
2K is gonna make a non-sim game though, so it could be All-Stars maybe.
Yeah, let's see.
1, 2. Oh my god. Oh,
And now we get to the XFL is now bankrupt, Sweeney.
Are you surprised?
No. He laid off all of his employees before bankrupting XFL.
It was sad because Truett told me it was good.
The old one was awful. And the new one was actually pretty good. And then I don't really watch football that much. The last time I actually watched a football game was, I believe, 2012, where the Giants won. That was the last time I was actually into football.
I'm doing a fire phone match, man. AJ versus Finn Balor is always a good match.
Then we get Killer Cross's name change to Karrion Kross. I mean, you're still KK. I mean, all you changed was the first name, to be honest. And I understand why WWE did change Killer Kross's name because they're a PG company. They don't want anyone of their roster being named Killer. Which is sad because the Killer Kross name sounds more intimidating than Karrion Kross, but if Scarlett Bordeaux is still Scarlett Bordeaux, then we're good. And now we get to the Jimmy Snuka documentary from Dark Side of the Ring. We had interviews with Sam Fatu and Don Morocco. Those were the wrestlers who were interviewed. It talks about what happened before the incident, how Jimmy and Nancy met, the arrest Jimmy had for abuse and then released thanks to Nancy, the incident that happened, and the fact that Jimmy Snuka changed the story. Sweeney, did you know Jimmy Snuka changed the story like all the time, right? And then he just stuck with one side where she fell on the pavement and hit her head while going back to the car after coming back from peeing. And then that story was debunked as Sam Fatu was, a.k.a. Tonga Kid, was in the car with him and he doesn't recall that event ever happening. Meaning that side of the story was defunct. It means it wasn't valid. Not valid. Debunked there. Then we had fans' reaction to the incident where they went, "Hey, Jimmy Snuka, you fucking murderer. When are you going to kill another girl?" That was one of the fans' reaction when he actually came out to the ring once. Then we had the renewal of the case in 2014. So the case was renewed in 2000 after the biography happened with Jimmy Snuka. Then the court case in 2015 to Jimmy's death in 2017 and the aftermath, as justice was never really served to Snuka because he was too old to withstand trial now. If he was back then, if the trial happened, then maybe he would have been put in jail. But that the trial happened now, and that fact that he was too old to withstand trial. Hell, Snuka didn't even, when the trial was going on back in 2015, Snuka didn't even know what the trial was about. That's how bad his dementia was. And then it's confirmed that next episode will be the assassination of Dino Bravo, where Dino Bravo retired from wrestling but was also involved in organized crime, where he was killed by the mafia. Chris Jericho's narrations during Dark Side of the Ring are great. It's just awesome. Jesus Christ, we only been talking for 27 minutes. We've already went past all of our topics. All right, let's talk about the cancellation of 2K21 more.
Well, I'm kind of sad because I'm in a bunch of online leagues, and like the fun will kind of stop. 2K can be fun, but it doesn't split then.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you take time off to actually polish the game to make 2K21 better, make it 2K22 without 2K21 ever coming out, then that's better because that way you have time to polish the game.
There's going to be another game coming out. Like, there's still going to be a 2K-like game coming out by another company. You know that, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a WWE game coming out by a different company, but I'm just waiting for 2K to drop the license of WWE games because since those games started, it's just been downhill. 2K14, everyone agrees, was the best one. Most people.
Creative Finish is overrated. Because, like, Creative Finish was fun, but, like, it didn't have as much as it could have. You know?
All right. To be honest, we didn't expect to be finished this quick, so we're going to end Wrestle Stream Part 6 right here. We couldn't find any other big news to talk about in the wrestling world besides the fact that Vince Russo and Dave Meltzer both suck. I still stand by that claim. So,
one thing before we end, I need to say this my unpopular opinion right now. John Moxley, stop overrating him, man.
He said that the whole time we were playing any game yesterday.
The problem is, here's the problem, guys. Like, he's a good wrestler, but, like, the problem is, he's a hardcore wrestler, obviously. So he's not going to be able to put on any 5-star classics technical matches. They need to be hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like a technical genius, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm actually still setting up entrances for Fire Pro for CAW Fight Fest. Which, by the way, starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow, guys. Be there.
Don't plug your own videos. Nothing petty.
All right. Thanks for watching the Wrestle Stream number 6.